Hello, beautiful souls. This is Elena Fouché. The age-old question. It's probably been around as long as meditation has been around. How can I improve my practice? How can I be better at meditating? How can I stop all those pesky bad practices and have way more and consistent good practices? And usually what people mean by good and bad is that good is when they're able to be calm and quiet, their mind is clear, their emotions are really calm, everything is like zen. And bad practice is the opposite of that, when their mind's going crazy, their emotions are nuts, or any mixture of those things. And so, of course, anytime we're doing anything, a sport, a skill, mindfulness, whatever, anytime we're learning basketball, whatever we're doing, we want to get better. We want to know that what we're doing is good, and we want to know how to be better. So if we're playing basketball, how can I dribble better? Can I improve my three-point shot? Blah, 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 right? Anytime we're doing something, I want to make sure we're doing it as well as we can, and we want to be improving over time. Great. But here's the thing about mindfulness and meditation is that it's good to remember that the goal is to be present. The goal is to be mindful. The goal is to be aware, if that's your goal. Now, some people don't meditate as that is their goal, so ignore the rest of this video if that's not what your goal is. And if your goal is to be mindful, it's to be present, it's to be conscious, it's to be aware of yourself, then just sitting down and noticing yourself, noticing your crazy mind, noticing your crazy emotions and how unzen you are, that is actually perfect practice. And you are doing well. So that's the first thing to realize, that you don't measure the goodness or badness or how well you're able to practice by whether you are in this totally zenned out, calm, clear mind, no thoughts state, because that doesn't happen very often, and it's not even the goal. For most of us, the goal is to be aware of ourselves, no matter how crazy we are. So if you sit down and practice, and you're paying attention to yourself, and you're noticing, wow, my mind is going 6 gazillion trillion miles a moment, and/or I'm super emotional right now, I'm everywhere. That is good practice. Yay, you're perfect. Okay, second thing to realize is, how do you get better? How do you make your practice good if you feel like you're not practicing well? Well, the beautiful thing is, all you need to do is practice. The only thing, according to Jack Canfield, that you can do to make your practice bad is to not practice. He says the way to practice well is to practice. And fair enough. Just paying attention to your mind, your thoughts, your emotions is good enough. You will get better, I promise. I would add one thing to that, which is that if you get caught up in your thoughts, if you get caught up in your emotions and the stories about why they're happening, to the point that you forget to be noticing that you're having those thoughts and noticing that you're having your emotions. In other words, you're not meditating anymore. Instead, what you're doing is just thinking and just feeling. Then come back to meditating. Come back to noticing that you're thinking and feeling. I'm thinking about this. I am feeling this. I'm sitting here or standing here, doing whatever I'm doing, and having these thoughts. Yeah, that is the best way to improve your practice, is to consistently come back to awareness of yourself. Awareness, consciousness, mindfulness, presence, whatever word you want to use, present to the fact that you're sitting there, standing there, doing your practice. So just coming back to that simple awareness, okay, I am sitting here thinking this. I am sitting here feeling this, and constantly coming back to that. If you do that, doesn't matter what you're noticing, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, you are improving your ability to notice. And that, my friend, is the way to get better at practicing. Take care. Happy practicing.